Welcome to Dare a New Belief, a place to discover what is possible for your life after the loss of a loved one, and where you will find inspiration, insight, support, and love, and hopefully a bit of laughter to help you through your day. Now, here's your host, Nada Hogan.
Welcome to Dare a New Belief, where you will find light and life, love and joy, healing, faith, and hope. A place where you get to believe in what is possible for your life. And today I have the great honor to welcome back Andrea Nardozza. Andrea has been an entrepreneur all of her adult life. She is also a Dream Builder certified Dream Builder coach, a life mastery consultant, and an integrative life coach through hypnotherapist Melissa Tears. She's a Reiki master and an energy worker. She does singing bowl meditations. She also does relationship and true north and communication coaching, as well as teaching Qigong and EFT, otherwise known as tapping. Welcome back, Andrea, and thank you so much for coming back with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. So when we were here last time, we were talking about Qigong and all of the beautiful things about Qigong and how you got into it. And I was just saying how I get so wrapped up in the names and in the titles of the moves because it's so connected to nature and it's beautiful. And you are offering a 30-day challenge. So it starts the first of every month. My goodness, your mornings are completely wrapped up in Qigong. It starts the first of each month and they run for 30 days because it takes 30 days to build a habit. And the Qigong challenge is 15 minutes long. And I'm and I know you have a longer one, but I'm participating in the 15-minute long version. And I'm just speaking from somebody who does this, not because I love you. If I didn't love you, I would say this because there's so much power when we start our day deliberately and intentionally doing something that is mindful and that is around and engaging in our own energy. And it really is it makes a profound difference in our day than just getting up and starting our day and just being completely unaware, just that robotic kind of thing. And this causes you to be very much aware of your own energy. So for anybody who has missed the first podcast, please go back and listen to that. But what else would you like to share with us about Qigong and what it has done for you? I know that you said that, you are beautiful, but people are saying like, oh my gosh, you're so radiant. What is going on? And, it's because you've been doing Qigong. What other kind of health benefits have you discovered for yourself or maybe even your clients that have been using Qigong or going through your classes?
Well, the most dramatic one has been my client she has an infection in her foot, and she had been in the class for 12 days, and she was doing great, and she's feeling great, and she's getting stronger, and then she went into the hospital, and she called me from her hospital bed, and said, I want to do the class. And I actually have that up on Facebook. I was so blown away by her, not only her commitment, but what this is actually doing for her.
Yeah.
So she's able to do it from her hospital bed, and it helps her to gain strength, keep her spirits up, and keep her mind very clear. The clarity of mind is just a beautiful thing for everyone. And that I find my thoughts are much clearer. Right. All the pain that might have been in my back or in my shoulders is gone. I can move my shoulder. I was having trouble with my shoulder, where I didn't have full range of motion. And now that is completely gone.
Oh.
And my one of my chief instructors, and I've done several workshops with him, Francesco Garipoli. He's been doing this for 40 years, and he's truly a master. And he always said, it's better to do 15 minutes a day than a half an hour a week.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
that really stuck in my head. And I was like, okay, so it takes 30 days to create a habit. 15 minutes a day is better than 30, once a week.
Right.
15 minutes a day, 30 days, and that's how the challenge was born.
Okay.
And a Qigong challenge is a very American thing, right? It's really down to put it to Qigong. There's no challenge in Qigong. It's just about connecting with your breath and it's mindful movement coordinated with your breath.
Right.
And it's about connecting with yourself and meditating and just becoming one with nature and really understanding the relationship of your body and space. There's no challenge about it other than showing up.
Right. And I have to, again, say how beautiful it is, because I really didn't know what to expect. I mean, I did Qigong so many years ago, maybe 20 years ago, and it was wonderful. But my mind wasn't there. I just really wasn't into it. And so I really didn't know what to expect from this. And it was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And I love that it's 15 minutes. And I love that. And I'm completely in agreement. 15 minutes a day is so much more powerful than half an hour a week. And I know that it's fabulous for me. It's a beautiful way for me to start off my day. And it ends up becoming a goal that I set for myself every day. If I'm not able to meet up with you in the online group, then I can just do the work on my own, because once you learn these moves, you can do it yourself and you can do it anywhere. And it just feels fabulous. And talking about goals, I would love to talk to you a little bit about some new goal setting stuff that you have recently been doing. So before we tie Qigong up into a beautiful little package with a bow on it, I'm going to make sure that all of the listeners know, if you missed the first podcast where Andrea talks about Qigong more, please go back and listen to that. But all of the information for the Qigong challenge, which really isn't a challenge, it's just you showing up 30 days and doing the work for 15 minutes, which is beautiful. It's not overextending. And like Andrea said, you can sit down, lay down, stand up, be in a hospital bed. And me personally doing it, it's not like, oh, after a 15-minute workout, I'm exhausted. No, it gives you energy. It feels so good. So Andrea, and this will be in the show notes, but where do the listeners sign up to begin if they wanted to sign up and do the Qigong challenge? And can you tell us the pricing and how you have that all set up?
Okay, so the 30-day challenge, it starts at the beginning of every month and it goes for 30 days. It's $30 a day, less than a cup of coffee. And you can go to inspiredlifemastery.com, and you can find me on Facebook as well, and Nada will have that information too. But you can sign up at inspiredlifemastery.com. You can also contact me at 732-300-8895 if you have any trouble, and I can make sure that you're signed up. But that's how you would get a hold of it.
Okay, perfect. And all of that will be in the show notes. So, but it's just, I love hearing the person offering it. I love hearing them say it, because it just infuses that much more energy into the project that is going on. So like I said, it is a goal for me to be able to be doing the Qigong, hopefully with the group, as often as I can be with the group. That's how I want to do it. But on the days that I can't, it's my goal to be able to do the 15 minutes of Qigong by myself. So it's all about goal setting. And I know that there's something going on in your life that's all about goal setting. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, I started this almost, I think it's 27 days ago. I started writing my goals, a minimum of 10 a day. Every day I write down my goals. And at the top I say, it is done in divine order. And the goals could be very big and very, well, and big is a very relative term, right? It's only
Right.
big if we make it big. But what seemed to be big or longer term goals, I want to see the northern lights, or I want to buy a house, or I want to redo my kitchen, or I want to get the cardboard out of my garage, or get my taxes done. It doesn't matter if it's big or small, but I write those goals down every day. And I don't look at them. I just keep writing them every day. And sometimes they're a little different. Sometimes there's a little bit more detail or whatever. And I have to tell you, things have been moving and changing so quickly. And my thoughts around it have been changing. Like, I'm writing certain things every day, and okay, so 27 days later, am I any closer to that? If I'm not, what do I need to do to get closer to that?
Yeah.
And those are thoughts that I might not have had I not been writing them every day.
Right. So when you set a goal, I'm sorry, go ahead, Andrea.
Just like doing Qigong every day, there's benefits to doing something every day, right? There's greater flexibility because you're doing it every day. If you do it every other day, it's not going to be as great. And when you're writing your goals every single day, they're right in front of your face, and there's a certain energy that is present when that's right in front of your face every day.
Sure, absolutely. So if you were writing a goal, because you said sometimes they're the same and sometimes they're not. So if you were writing a goal, let's say that it's buying a new house, maybe let's say that you're at the age that you want to start a family, and it's something that's going to be a little bit more long-term, or if we called it a bigger goal. And so if you didn't buy the house today, would you write that down on your list of 10 goals that you want? Would you just carry that over to the next day and the next day and the next day?
Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. And then do you look at it a couple of times? Because it is powerful. And I think one of the biggest disadvantages that we have is that I think we have been taught that we have to work so hard and struggle so much and sweat, blood, and tears, right? It's just like, oh, it's the sweat, blood, and tears for me to get to that thing. And it seems to me that the more we are working with the energy that is so easy, that the things come to us in ease and grace and flow. And so even though it sounds very easy just to write, like, I'm just going to write 10 goals a day, and like, really, that's going to be life-changing. And I think, yes, and I do believe that if we start training our little ones to start, right, because they're getting trained in something, and have them discover for themselves that they are so much more powerful than they know, and that if they deliberately set goals for themselves, they can actually see how they're manifesting and seeing the success of their goals instead of being disappointed because, and even as adults, I didn't get that and I really wanted that. But like, if we look at it, did we even really put the work into that thing that we really wanted? Or was it all in our head? And it was in our head, like, it's going to be a lot of work. I don't know if this is ever going to happen for me. Versus if I write it down as a goal, I want to buy that house. I'm not stuck in that, what's the mortgage rate? How many points do I have to buy? What's it going to cost? The trouble of moving, all of that other stuff that gets stuck in our head, right?
There's none of that. It's just what would I love? I would love to have this, and this. And the more